So this is a headline in the Telegraph. Bulgarians pocket £50 million from taxpayer in Britain's biggest benefits fraud. If you pay tax in Britain, you contributed to the life of Riley that these people were leading on their invented benefits recipients. Let's just take a look at the rest of the article. I'm Graniopteryx. So they were finally rumbled, but not before they disposed of £50 million of our money. And they could do that because I was talking about this with regard to second wives in Muslim areas, where young women, fully dressed in Muslim clothing, go to the benefits office and say they're pregnant after a one-night stand at some nightclub or other. They frequently pretend that they can't speak English that well. Some of them can't. And then they get single parent benefits, you know, like they go up the list for being given flats. They get income support of various sorts. And they are actually the second wives of Muslim men who've married them in Muslim ceremonies, but not on the register. The benefits people know this. They know what's going on, but they're just doing their job. That's not their department. And there are millions going that way, millions that are being paid for by people who work, and generally by people who have only one partner in their marriage. And then there are these. And then the people who are giving out the benefits, they know there's something fishy, but they just don't follow it up. They do their job and then collect their pension at when they retire, and that's it. And again, the police are overstretched on this. Oh, they're too busy doing DEI stuff, aren't they? The 5 members of an organised criminal gang falsely claim more than £50 million in universal credit over a 4.5-year period between October 2016 and May 2021. The group made thousands of false claims for universal credit using either real people or hijacked identities. Wood Green, Crown Court heard. These claims were supported by an array of forged documents, including fictitious tenancy agreements, counterfeit pay slips, and forged letters from landlords, employers, and GPs. You see, this is a highly sophisticated and very concentrated operation. If the claims were rejected, the fraudsters would try again until they were granted. It says here the 5 members of the gang, including Stoyanov left and Galina Nikolova right, falsely claimed more than £50 million in universal credit. And here's some packs of money that were obviously found. So they were doing this between 2016 and May 2021. 5 years. It took the authorities 5 years to find these people. And they identified 3 benefit factories in London from which repeated false claims for benefits originated. So after a while, you see, they were using the same address so many times or some sort of similar format that finally the evidence mounted up so it was completely unignorable. But I'm quite sure that it would have probably been suspicious within the first year. It's just nobody could be bothered, or the police department was so overburdened with similar sorts of things, because these things are going on all the time. And most of them are just ignored by the looks of things. The money gained from these fraudulent claims was then laundered and withdrawn in cash. The defendants were first arrested on May the 5th, 2021, and several properties were searched. Now, what's the date? It's 2024. and they were arrested at the beginning of 2021. It's taken all that time to bring them to court. During which time, of course, these people, I don't know whether they were on remand or living in this country, but they were still on the public payroll, probably. During these searches, hundreds of claim packs containing forged and false documents were found and seized. Well, oh, look at this. Nice life. I wouldn't mind being able to afford an Audi. I have a 12-year-old Skoda Yeti, which is so scratched, and I can't afford. One side got scratched up at the farm, and I can't afford to have the car repainted. Okay, following his release under investigation, one of the 5 defendants fled the country to Bulgaria, but he was extradited back to the UK in 2023. So what happened was he was arrested. He was then let go. What a surprise! He went back to Bulgaria. And then the government had to spend its time and expense going through an extradition process. So this £50 million, well, you could add another couple of million just in various costs. Probably more. I'm probably behind the times on these sorts of costs. When faced with the incriminated evidence, which included encrypted messages, CCTV footage, forged documents, etc., well, that CCTV footage would have dated right back to 2016. As I said, they probably could have been caught within a year of starting the operation. And this is how universal credit has spiked. It spiked during the COVID thing, and it's still not gone back down. And a lot of people must be, like these Bulgarians, making maybe not quite so much of a factory of it. Well, that's it. We're all paying for this stuff. It's the benefits system. It's the benefits system. Yeah, that's all it is. And a civil service that really can't be bothered to do anything about it. That's what's going on. And we are hemorrhaging money. Okay, till next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Graniopteryx design or Grambo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.graniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.